Hey everyone, my office launched Hub City Hero program in 2021 to highlight members of our community who selflessly and steadily give of their times and talents to improve the lives of others. Many citizens were nominated and one was selected each month. So we're starting a new year off selecting our Hub City Heroes, and it's my pleasure to introduce January 2023 Hub City Hero, Dianne Sherrod. Welcome, Dianne. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, a few interview questions for you for being our Hub City Hero. And first off, easiest one, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you, Scott. So I'm a person in long-term recovery, and as a result of that, I have been given the opportunity to work for a state-funded program called the Lifeline Peer Project. We help people find treatment and recovery resources, and I also work for the state opioid response grant that helps provide Narcan and training to high-risk individuals. I conduct a street outreach where I go to high-risk motels down by the interstate, and I'm able to just meet with these people and kind of just get to know them, and when they're ready for detox or treatment, I can get them the help they need.
All right, that's a hard line of work to be in, but we appreciate it. So your nominator stated, Dianne is an advocate for those in active addiction in our community. She wears many hats and has many roles. She doesn't have traditional work hours and works endlessly to support those in active addiction. She trains hands out Narcan, supports individuals in the ER who have overdosed, connects individuals to treatment services, attends court services, transports individuals to treatment. The list goes on and on. She serves on many boards, including the City of Jackson Recovery Court. She's also organized events for overdose loss and awareness in Jackson and surrounding counties. She is a light and a source of hope for so many in Jackson. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of hats, a lot of, not just in Jackson, but around the area. Yeah. So I guess going a little further, talk about why this line of work is so important to continue to provide the resources, the training. I mean, everything that's laid out in here that you do. Why is it so important?
You know, we have really been experiencing, not only with the COVID epidemic, but the overdose and drug epidemic that has plagued our city and every city in the state of Tennessee. We've lost, in 2022, we lost over 3,000 people to death by overdose, and particularly, in my opinion, death by fentanyl poisoning. Fentanyl is a real problem. It's crossing our borders in massive numbers, and it's infiltrating our city. And so at one time, particularly when I got sober, we had time to reach a bottom. We had time to make choices about treatment or a way to be able to get to the help we needed. But with fentanyl in the game, it's the time that has been given to us to reach a bottom. It's not happening anymore. Some people are losing their life to overdose on the first use. So the most important thing about what we do through the Lifeline Peer Project and also the State Opioid Response Grant is we try to educate and train people on how to prevent an overdose or reverse an overdose. We also provide, through the Faith-Based Initiatives program, we provide training that helps people understand what trauma is, because people say that marijuana is the gateway drug. It's really not true. It's trauma.
Right, yeah.
So we try to educate people about, understanding what their trauma is, how they can work through it, understanding like motivational interviewing, to be able to understand how you can come to the decision to be able to, choose a treatment that's right for you. That's what me and my team member, Sarah Mays, she works for the Hybrid Lifeline program, and she also works in the distressed counties.
Okay.
So together we're able to meet people, particularly in the rural counties. We serve an 11-county region.
Just two?
Yes. Yes. And we also have Amy Bechtel, who is our faith-based coordinator. She serves all of West Tennessee outside of Shelby County. So together we're able to get into the congregations, through recovery courts. The Jackson City Recovery Court is a wonderful place to be able to educate and inform people, particularly our participants, about how to live sober, because a 28-day program is just typically not enough.
Right.
So we're able to reach them, we're able to meet weekly as a treatment team, and if they have problems staying sober, then we can do treatment adjustments instead of just putting them in jail. So the most important thing that we do in our job is to break the stigma. There's a lot of stigma that goes on about drug abuse and drug addiction. People don't understand that it's a disease of the brain, just like a heart disease or pulmonary disease. It takes treatment and medication and different ways to be able to overcome that. And so we train on that. We train on the science behind the brain and the addiction. And it helps to reduce the stigma, because some people think, they're doing that because they have a choice. But I have firsthand experience that it's not a choice. We lose our power to choose once we cross over into that line of addiction. So for someone like me who's been where they've been, that I can say, I remember feeling that way. I remember not understanding why I was using when I didn't want to use. And to be able to say, I've been where you are, and I know a way out.
There is hope.
Very helpful. And that's where I think we can reach people where typical sources like probation officers or therapists or judges, they can't reach them, and we've seen great success in that.
So not only, I think also too, I looked at the training and hands out Narcan. You're not training just individuals in addiction. You're training law enforcement. You're training other people to look out for the signs and symptoms and utilize Narcan to save lives.
Yes. I have a team. There's a team that ROPES, they're called Regional Overdose Prevention Specialists. And Mark Mason, he conducts all of our virtual trainings by Zoom for agencies, particularly law enforcement, when they need to train all of their shifts. So Mark can come in at different times of the day and night and do virtual trainings. And we also have Chandler Haynes, who is a regional overdose prevention specialist that does a lot of the outward work. He serves the 11 county area that I serve. So he's able to go to these agencies and provide in-person trainings. And he's also in our schools. Any agency that feels like that they know someone or someone might come to their doors that might be at high risk for overdose, we are there to train them. Getting naloxone, Narcan, in the hands of the people who need it is our goal.
Right.
That's what we're there for.
So is there anything somebody's watching that someone can do as a citizen to help and support you and your projects?
That's a great question. I think the best we can do for our community is be informed, to be educated and informed and raise awareness to people who might not understand what addiction is all about. I work a lot with family members of the loved ones that they've either lost to overdose or they're trying to get help for. So I would encourage you to join our Prevention Coalition. We have a Jackson-Madison Prevention Coalition that meets, I think it's the first Tuesday or the second Tuesday of every month, and I can get you more information about that if you just want to give me a call. But to get involved in the coalition is always a good thing. To get involved in your congregation, to ask for more trainings for your members of your church. That's where we have really seen a lot of growth.
Okay.
And honestly, that happened because members of our congregation were losing loved ones to overdose. So used to, back when I was growing up in church, we didn't talk about those things.
Right.
We didn't talk about alcoholism or drug addiction. But that's all changed now because it's affecting everyone.
Right.
So
there is no socioeconomic or demographic that addiction doesn't affect.
Yes.
So if anyone is watching and they want to make a difference in their community, in our community, they don't know what to do. They don't know the step to take. They just know, I want to have a positive impact. Words of wisdom for them.
I'd say call me or my friend Sarah that works with me, or Amy Bechtel that also works with me. My phone number is 731-694-3161. So if you call me, I can get you connected to the right person.
All right. Fantastic. So recipients for our Hub City Hero selected each month. After 12 Hub City Heroes are recognized, one will be awarded $1,000 to donate to the nonprofit of their choice. So if you're interested in nominating a Hub City Hero, you can visit jacksontn.gov, click on Hub City Hero under the Mayor's Projects and Initiatives. Dianne, thank you for what you do, and again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.